family, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby Mac, and if this is your first time tuning into this channel, yes, I am that crazy American girl that left the US to move to Ghana for the third time. You heard that right, for the third time. And yes, I'm also starting a business. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always showing me love. With that being said, we are here at this beautiful location because I want to share with you that I am not the only crazy person leaving abroad to move to Ghana to start a business. Since the year of return, there has been an influx of Americans and Europeans moving back home. We all have stories, and I'm here to share these stories with you. You guys know my story already, but I'm here to share the many stories of the crazy people that have decided to make this bold move. We know that it's not an easy decision, but let's see if it's all worth it. So come along. Today, I visited a beautiful, aesthetically pleasing 2-bedroom Air BnB located around East Legon, Ajingono. I had the pleasure of meeting with the owner, and we talked about the many challenges but rewarding benefits of starting a business in Ghana. Hope you get a lot of takeaways, but most important, I hope this gingers you to come back and make an investment. So I told you I'm going to tell you stories of why people are moving here to Ghana and starting business. And today for my first guest here, she's going to introduce herself, tell you about her and what she's actually doing here in Ghana. So, Madam, please take the floor.
Thank you. So my name is Akuba. I am coming from Boston, Massachusetts. I'm an East Coast girl who has relocated to Accra, Ghana. And yeah, in the US, I was working more in project management within supply chain. So, you know, you just get tired and you bring your talents and dreams back to Accra. So, I split my time between the US and Accra for the last 3 years, and it has been quite a journey.
So why Ghana?
Ghana is home, you know. All of my family is from here. My parents did a really good job at instilling in us that, like, listen, you're just here in the U.S. for a good time, not a long time. You should always make it an effort to explore your roots, come back home. And my grandparents have always been like, oh, you should come back. Like, trust me, you'll get sick of it. And I never really understood what they were saying. But thankfully, I was able to do like some internships in Ghana too, so I was able to acclimate like way earlier before the big rush. Yeah.
So like, were you like living here when you were younger, or like it was just constant visits?
Yeah, it was just visits.
Yes. Okay, so the big move came when you were older.
Yes.
Okay. So what was your moment that it was like, yes, this is the time that I need to start coming back?
I feel like it's been a long-term thing, but I would say the defining moment was just like, it's these jobs, man. You just get to the point and you're like, I'm cold, I'm freezing, it's snowing. How much money am I really making that I can't make in other ways? Like, I've seen people sell onions and send their kids to school, you know, things like that. So I was at a point where I finished school back in 2019, 2020, and I was like, let me just try to like do stuff in Ghana, and I just took advantage of the pandemic, so it worked out for me.
So you were here during the pandemic?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Wow. I know a lot. I mean, I was here like for just a really short second, and then I went back.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't because I didn't go back because of the actual pandemic. I was already planning on going back, so when I went back, then I got stuck because of course the borders got locked up. Yeah. But I was wondering how it would have been like if I stayed. So how was it? How was Ghana that time?
Well, during the pandemic, it was eerily quiet, I would say. And there was just a lot of restrictions with like coming in and out, like COVID tests, different apps that weren't really working, and it was difficult to use. So I did come back to the US for some time, for like about 6-month period, and then I came back because it was just too difficult, like literally just trying to step into the country. So
I definitely remember that because it was a lot. We had to pay that $150 to come in, and it was a lot during that time. I don't think anybody was really looking forward to coming to Ghana and stuff like that. But people still, I mean, they were just ready for that border to open too, so that they could come. I know I was counting my days. Okay, so what was like your overall preparation in like coming? Like I just did a recent video where I talked about all the stuff that I pretty much shipped, and I shipped a lot of stuff. So has it always like, was it a big shipment, or was it like you've just been gradually just moving your stuff as like because I know you say you split your times in both places.
Yes, yeah. So it was a combination of things. So initially, I wasn't 100% like I'm leaving, I'm going to Ghana, I'm packing my things. So I just had like my couple of suitcases, like a third suitcase maybe. So I'm like, all right, I'll be here for like 3 months at a time. But then when I was like, oh, no, I'm staying, I got my apartment set up, that's when I did the shipments, kind of like you.
Okay.
So I've done like 2, and just all of my daily essentials, because you'll find in Ghana, like the basics, the things that are basic to us in the U.S., or even the UK, are just very expensive here. So
exactly, yes. I definitely share that a lot. I actually just even spoke to someone who was asking me what's your checklist? Like what are you bringing? And I told her, I said, look, anything that will make you comfortable. And you don't want the hassle of trying to find it. I'm not saying you can't get it here in Ghana, but at least when back in the States, you can say, hey, I'm gonna go to Walmart or Target, and I know I'll get this, and I know I'll get it at a decent price. Ghana is like, I gotta go shop at La Paz, then I gotta go to Malcolm, then I gotta turn around and go to the Palace. Like, so it's a lot. So I will say, whatever that makes you comfortable, bring it.
I agree.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so you're here now.
Yeah.
How was the transition? Did you feel any culture shock once you got here, or it was just like, oh, I'm good because you've been coming here a lot?
I feel like every time I come back, it's always a transition. You gotta psych your mind on the plane. Between the roads, it's obviously nice to be in warmer weather and stuff. But I will say I'm at a point where I don't really have difficulty like just coming back and just getting into the flow of things. Okay. You definitely have those annoying hiccups like when the potholes be hitting you, or you go and buy something and you're like, it's not there. Like these are not problems you have in the US. But overall, initially the transition was more difficult because I'm like, oh wait, like this is really stressful because I didn't have Momo and like just a little in a car and stuff that was making things a bit more challenging. But now I think I'm pretty much adjusted.
I mean, basically what you're saying is you got to be coming here multiple times. And I tell people, I've been saying this forever, guys. You have to make that trip multiple times just so you can understand how the system works here and know what to bring, what will make life, easier and smoother for you. Because if not, the transition will be really, really difficult. Because you're going to be like, why is it not like this? Like, that's my mom. Every time she comes, why did they do this? Why did they do? I'm like, Mommy, that's just how it is here. So you just got to kind of, get used to it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what were like at least some of the few challenges once you got here? Like, what was the few challenges that you faced?
Number one was definitely transportation. So sometimes when you're just visiting Accra for like a couple of weeks, it's easier to Uber and just get to where you need to be. But once you're actually living somewhere, of course, it's like a totally different situation. And then you'll find that it literally makes no financial sense to be taking these Ubers left and right when you could just fill your car tank for like a fraction of the cost and get around, even with these crazy fuel prices.
Yes.
Yeah, so when I made that realization, I was like, oh shoot, like I need to get a vehicle.
So did you buy one here or you shipped?
No, thankfully my family had one here, so I ended up using that for a bit, and then, I ended up back in the US, so I have my car there as well. Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. So that was like one of the challenges, the transportation. Was there any other ones that you saw, like once you started spending more time here?
I think another one would definitely be just around the reliability of the networks. Like sometimes my phone will just not work, so I can't send money to people and it can be very irritating, or I can't make calls. But ensuring that I had all of the Ghanaian national things set up was very helpful. Getting a SIM card, getting a phone number, my identity cards as well, because again, actually living in Ghana, have to do as the Romans do. It's a totally different
Exactly.
ballgame.
Yes, I actually recently just got my Ghana card too. I was so
Yes.
excited because
So
it's like you can't do nothing
Yeah, you
without
really
that
can't.
card.
You
Like
can't.
you have to get it.
Yeah.
If not, you're gonna be relying on people to do it for
Yes.
you, and you're gonna get to a point you're gonna get fed up.
You're gonna be annoyed.
Like you want to do it yourself. You don't want to sit there and wait, so you have to like get these things. So that's really important.
Yes.
Okay, so why we are here, of course, is to talk about business, guys.
Yes.
And Akuba here is doing business in Ghana. So, like, why did you decide, to do business here, and why you chose the business you chose? And then tell us more about the business that you're in.
Yeah, sure. So my journey is kind of different. Like I've tried different things in Ghana, from like bringing people on trips.
Okay.
I had like a product-based business as well with like shea butters. And now I'm actually into property management and Airbnb. So we're sitting in one of the Airbnbs right now. Yeah, and it's just been an interesting journey. I think with trial and error and not giving up, I've just realized that it works for me more to have like a service-based business versus product-based. Because in the US, I work a lot with like products, and I was just like, I don't want to keep doing this.
Okay. So what was like some of the challenges when you first, started in, let's say specifically this business, the Airbnb business?
I would say finding reliable people to show up reliably, to do the job reliably. So it can be a challenge, and that's kind of how I even fell into the whole property management, because I felt like I could do it better myself, managing the properties, than how it was handled in the past.
Okay. So at first you started off with just leaving it in the hands of someone else, making sure that your property was getting booked.
Yes.
But now you're fully in control of that.
Yes, exactly. This property management Airbnb kind of came out of necessity. So at a point in time, we were paying people to manage the property for us monthly, but nobody was getting booked. They were giving us a lot of empty promises, false hopes and dreams, but they're still getting their money monthly.
Yeah.
So I kind of put my foot down and I said, you know what? I can do that all by myself.
Tell them.
Let me just try my hand at it, knowing that I was going to come back to Ghana for a very long stretch of time, which I'm here right now. So I had listed the Airbnb, I organized cleaners, I liaise with the actual clients as well, which has been really great, because another big thing in Ghana, is lack of communication. So
big time.
yeah, so people's properties were just sitting there. They have no idea what's going on. They're not getting booked. And if you have an investment, you know how stressful that is.
Yeah.
Like, can I even see $20
coming in?
Yeah,
Exactly.
but I'm paying you. So yeah, it's been great. I mean, just within a couple months of me taking over, officially managing the properties myself, I've literally been booked. So
Yeah.
it just shows that they literally were not doing it.
I think that's one of the biggest lessons or things that you can take away from this this journey of doing business here in Ghana. I've noticed is you have to get things done yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one of those where, like you say, the people being reliable. Like you might every now and then find some good people here and there, but majority of the time, if you ask anybody, even down to the local market woman, she would tell you, I have to come and do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have to be there myself. So I think that's important for you guys to keep in mind. So like whatever business that you're planning on doing, yes, it would be great for you to hire someone to manage it, but it's never gonna be the same unless you're doing it yourself. Yes.
And I think that's why, like, again, if you have that business idea, also plan on making the move, right? So you can have the oversight for it.
Or spend at least long periods of time.
Yes.
Yeah, to make sure that everything is good.
Yeah.
That's a good challenge and advice at the same time. Yes. So like, is these the only properties that you're managing so far, or like, are you like outsourcing? Like people can hire you to do property management for them too as well.
Yes, I am available for hire. I have 3 properties in this building right now, and yeah, I'm available. I mean, around the crowd.
Yeah, heard she's available. So, any advice to anyone that wants to start business in Ghana, whether it's Airbnb or any business as well? Because I mean, you've done multiple business before getting to this one. So, any specific advice for anybody?
Yeah, I would say don't give up. Okay, you are not a failure if one thing doesn't work out. Ghana is a very unique and challenging market to start a business in. There's so much opportunity. I mean, I always say that it's like gold on the ground, but you have to be very aware of like the customs, the culture. It may be frustrating if you're coming from the US or Canada or the UK, but you have to give yourself time as well. So don't give up. Literally, any idea that you have, you can go for it, but you just have to brace yourself for a lot of things that may be unexpected or come up and change.
Yeah, I agree, totally agree, because I'm seeing that already, and I'm just like in my early stages. So like, yeah, there's some days that you just really frustrated. Like, did I make the right decision?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely you know, space for everyone. It's just like you're saying, you have to really be well equipped, and
Yes.
you can't give up easily, guys. So that's really important.
It's a
So
mental game.
it really is. I've seen that. And lots of prayers too. So, any regrets, any do-overs, and like when you go back, especially because of the current state of the economy right now?
Only regrets is not starting sooner. Yeah, and I think no, I wouldn't go back just because of the state of the economy right now. I mean, world economies are always changing and shifting. I think it's just exposed that some of like the gaps like within Ghana, but I would tell anybody leverage the fact that, you know, if you're watching this, you most likely live abroad. So leverage that as well. Like again, Gabby always tells you guys, don't just jump ship. Like plan things out. As frustrating as it may be living in the U.S., Canada, UK, like you have a lot of opportunity and bandwidth to like try, come back.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's definitely true, and I think that's what we're blessed at least to have that opportunity to, like you're saying, to go back and forth.
Yes.
And try and stuff like that. So I mean, it's good. Like I tell you guys, try, plan, and just be prepared. Like everything is not gonna be as smooth because we know the systems here are a little funky.
Yes.
So, but we're not giving up. I think that's the biggest thing, because I think a lot of people expect that we will come and experience a little bit and then just dip out because of the fact that, you know, there's challenges. But like I said, I pick my poison and it's here. You have your choice of staying, you know, abroad and letting abroad drive you crazy. But I think my peace and mental health is important. So that's that. So any last words for anyone, you know, wanting to come to Ghana, even if it's just not even you know, to start business, to live, or to just come and visit?
I would say come with an open mind. I mean, Ghanaians are the nicest, sweetest, friendliest people. And if you find that you enjoyed your visit and you want to move, just plan it out. I would definitely advise, don't just 100% jump in. Plan things out, decide what you want to do, and then start making your move. Yeah.
You guys heard it. Here's one crazy story down, many more to go. I told you that I will find people, because I know there are people here in Ghana that are as crazy as me. Trust me. Like, but I think at the end of the day, it's all worth it if you like just take your time and enjoy the process. Like, you know, and Ghana, like I said, Ghana's a beautiful place to be. So guys, you heard it from Mr. Kuba. And if you are ever here and you're looking for a place to stay, you are looking for a property manager. Boom. So, like I said, it's all about the connections and, you know, who you know. That's how you really thrive here in Ghana. So, definitely all the information will be linked below for you guys if you're interested in booking a short stay, long stay, or if you're looking, you know, if you have property here and you need someone to manage it as well. Mr. Kuba is here for you as well. But thank you guys for tuning in and enjoying this video. And stay tuned for the next one. We have more crazy stories to share. Okay, guys? So, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.